Hey, what's up guys, Will here for GSM Arena. This is the Galaxy A71, the latest to come out in Samsung's A series. If you're getting confused by all of these Samsung mid-range phones, I wouldn't blame you. So let's shine some light on what the A71 is all about in our full review. If you're familiar with Samsung's recent mid-rangers, you won't be surprised to find that the Galaxy A71 is made of plastic. The material looks like glass, and it's really dazzling when it catches light. Even though it is plastic, the build doesn't feel cheap. It seems sturdy, and my only gripe is that there's no waterproofing here. The A71 is a really large phone thanks to its 6.7-inch screen, but its profile is quite slim, and is surprisingly light and comfy in the hand. The screen itself is of course a Samsung Super AMOLED panel. It's flat, not curved, and has a 1080p resolution, plus a punch hole cut out at the top for the selfie camera. Content looks great, sharp and contrasty as you'd expect from a Samsung display. Colors are quite accurate too, but a bit bland unless you turn on the vivid mode. You don't get the HDR10 support you would with the flagships, but unless you're looking for that content on one of its few supported platforms, you won't miss it. The screen does a good job when it comes to brightness as well. We measured 410 nits maximum with the slider, and up to 515 nits in bright conditions with the auto mode switched on. The always-on display is the A71's method of showing you the time and notifications when it's asleep. And there's an optical fingerprint reader located under the screen to wake up and unlock the phone with. It feels a bit on the slow side, but it's usable. Something the A71 offers that the Samsung flagships don't is a 3.5mm jack. Sound quality through headphones is quite good, with above average loudness and little distortion. Otherwise, audio quality through the single bottom firing loudspeaker is decent, comparable to that on Samsung's other recent mid-rangers. The storage is UFS 2.1, and though 128 gigs is plenty of space for your tunes and everything else, it is expandable if you need more. Samsung's recent phones are all running One UI 2 over Android 10, and the interface is even rolling out to their older phones as well. Overall, it's quite clean and bloat-free. You get dark mode for your menus, which should give you a little bit of energy savings. And there is a new option with Android 10 for gesture navigation, where the back gesture is a swipe from the side. At the heart of the Galaxy A71 is a Snapdragon 730 chipset. It's one of the best mid-range chips available right now. It's a clear upgrade over the Snapdragon 675 in last year's model. The A71 does a great job in benchmark scores, and it ran all of the games I tried without hiccups or overheating. Now let's talk battery life. The A71 has a 4500 mAh battery, just like last year's model. And it performs just as well too. In our proprietary battery tests, it scored an excellent endurance rating of 102 hours. Charging speed has improved a bit since the A70. With the bundled 25-watt charger, we were able to go from 0 to 51% in half an hour. Moving on to the cameras. The Galaxy A71 has an L-shaped quad camera setup. There's a 64-megapixel quad-Bayer main cam, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 5-megapixel macro cam, and a depth sensor. All we're missing here is a telephoto. In daylight, the Galaxy A71's main camera shoots nice 16-megapixel photos. There's good contrast, lively colors, low noise, and very good dynamic range. It could be better in terms of fine detail, but it's not bad for a mid-ranger. There is a 64-megapixel shooting mode, and the results look good, though the benefits over the 16-megapixel photos are minor. The file size is quite huge too. Portraits taken with the main cam and the depth sensor look very good. They have nice subject detection and separation, and a pleasing defocused background. At 12 megapixels, the ultra-wide cam is an upgrade over last year's 8-megapixel one. It has better detail and sharpness than that one had, as well as punchy colors, good dynamic range, and low noise. Close-ups taken with the macro camera are okay, though we've seen better fine detail in the competition. Also, since focus is fixed here, it's really tricky to get your subject in focus, and many shots come out blurry. Moving on to low-light photography. Shots we took with the main camera have nice colors and low noise. However, they are soft, and highlights are blown out. Unlike last year's A70, there is a night mode here, and these photos are cropped down to 12 megapixels. The night mode not only restores the blown highlights, but you get more detail in the shadows and the skies. Shots from the ultra-wide are not bad either. Even though they are noisier and less detailed than the regular ones, for an ultra-wide at night, these are still quite good. Night mode is available here too, and it really makes an improvement. Images are brighter, with more detail and less noise. Let's talk selfies. Though the selfie cam is a 32 megapixel quad Bayer one, these come out in 12 megapixels instead of the expected 8. Anyway, selfies turn out good, with nice colors, wide dynamic range, and nice detail. You can record 4K video with the selfie cam too. These look quite good, but I wish there was better stabilization. 4K videos taken with the main camera are in 30 FPS, and these are excellent. There's more than enough detail, decent dynamic range, and great contrast and colors. The ultra-wide cam also takes 4K videos at 30 FPS. These are still good, though the level of detail is lower, and the colors are a bit washed out. Video stabilization is available on both the main and ultra-wide cams only at 1080p resolution, and is quite smooth. There's also the super steady mode on the ultra-wide, which is even smoother, sort of like an action cam. So that's the Samsung Galaxy A71. For 450 euros, you get a comfortable and good-looking build, an excellent AMOLED display, a powerful mid-range chipset, and some pretty nice cameras. In fact, it's the chipset and the cameras which are the main upgrades over the previous model, the A70. The low light photography especially blows the A70 out of the water, so if that's important to you, it could be worth upgrading to this one. Now, the A71 isn't the cheapest phone out there with these kinds of specs, but in the A series, this is the best Samsung you can get, and it deserves our recommendation. Thanks for watching guys, and see you on the next one.